welcome to my Random Thought Thursday. Today is a compilation of tons of different thoughts that I have thought about and just kind of comprehended a little bit, and just, again, things that I have thought about for the last week or so. That said, none of these are really supposed to necessarily work together, so please keep that in mind and take all of this with a grain of salt, as it's just kind of things that I have thought about and some things that I have decided to share and talk about with you guys. So they don't necessarily, again, go together. However, I did want to express all of this and get it out to you guys. Please enjoy. Today I heard a quote that said, "If no one's told you yet, a compass was actually invented before a clock was invented." And this is because it is more important to know your destination and to get to your destination than it is to know how long it takes to get you there. The procedure didn't change, the context just changed. It's not that they don't have a how, it's that they don't have a strong enough why. You have to realize that there's more out there. It's not that what you're doing isn't amazing. You just moved the floor that you were on. It prompts you to ask, well, what's next? You got to the floor, you got to the level you wanted to be at, and then you raised the bar just that little bit more and kept asking again, what's next? Simple, not easy. In quotes, "But I've already played this game." No, you've just learned the rules. In quotes once again, these videos don't give us actual things to do. They don't have my best interest at heart. They're not going to fix anything. And to that I say, well, that's just not true. Not for all of them, and sure, I might be a little biased, but let me ask you, why are you watching the video that you're watching? Are you watching to try to get something from it? Are you trying to learn something and then go and actually implement whatever it is that you learned? What's the real reason and purpose behind the video that you chose to watch? Did you miss it? Are you hearing the message that's actually trying to be said? Because not every one of these types of videos is trying to get you to do something. Sometimes it's just a lesson or a message that needs to be heard. And the why of the video needs to be taken into consideration too. Your starting point and expectations have changed. Every time that you get to the top of that hill, they will rise again. That bar will rise again because your expectations have risen. You realize that there is more. So in doing so, you ask for more. It's dependent entirely on your ability to move forward. All of your dreams and goals and hopes and wishes and everything that you have conjured up in your mind that you have decided that you want depends entirely on your ability to move forward. For me, I make these videos for people who are kind of like me, who want to see the world a little bit differently, and who question life and try to understand life as it is, and that want to understand the way that it works. For people who are trying to understand their why, and for people who feel so deeply on another level that there is something more in life to understand that we can't necessarily put into words. You become what you think about. I mean, think about it. How do all of the best athletes in the world and all of the bests in general get to where they are? It's simple. Repetition and practice, but mainly repetition. And that's the same way your mind works. If you repeat the same thing over and over and over again, eventually, over time, that is the thing that you are going to believe. It's going to become the same thing that you are only able to hear in your mind that you're repeating over and over again. And because we live in our minds, this repetition of thought becomes consuming over everything else that's going on. Anything that you say with the words, in quotes, "I am," you are creating yourself, not describing yourself, because your mind believes what you repeat. And on top of that, the highest place within you is called I am. Okay, the next thing is, when you put the GPS on in your car, do you ever question if you're going to actually end up at the destination that you set? Now let me ask you another question. If you were wanting to get to, say, Disneyland, however, the only requirement is that you're not allowed to use any sort of GPS, and you're not allowed to use the phone or technology that would be able to get you to your destination. You would probably try to find somebody to ask for directions, or you would try to just figure it out and follow signs or something along those lines. And the first thing that you would do is you would just have to go. You would have to start, and you'd have to figure it out along the way. You'd have to find those signs, and you'd have to find those people. You'd have to find all of these different things in order to get to the destination, which in this case is Disneyland, that you're trying to get to. The point being that if you don't know where you're going and you are wanting to get to that destination and you've never been there before, you've never drove or flown or whatever it is, or whatever way of travel it is, you've never done it before. The point being is that you don't know how to get there, and you do want to get there and you know that you are going to get there. So you just have to start. So then, long story short, again, the only thing that you have to do is actually start. You have to get in the car and just start driving. You have to follow and look for the signs and ask the people along the way until you finally get to your final destination. The next thing is that once you see it clearly and vividly, it's only a question of when it'll happen, not if. You're attracting everything that comes into your life, and you are doing so by the way of your thinking. Everything that you think about and everything that you are feeling is attracting things to come into your life that are in like vibration of that. Okay, so think about it. Somewhere along the way, somewhere between all of the ins and outs and living life and experiences and doing this, doing that, talking to this person, experiencing that thing and this thing and that thing, somewhere along the way, the world tainted you into believing that you are someone that you are not. The ultimate goal at the end of the day is to realize this and realize that you are not that person that the world has shaped you to become. You are the person that you are deeply, truly inside your soul at the core inner being part of yourself. And all you have to do is get to the point of remembering. You have to remember who you are and who you were in the first place.